And now let's turn our attention to Indonesia, the biggest country in Southeast Asia, home to the biggest Muslim population in the world and the fourth most populated nation after India, China and the US. This behemoth is days away from the biggest election on the planet. On Wednesday, February 14th, Indonesia will go to polls, the largest single-day election ever conducted. More than 205 million people are eligible to vote. They will choose their next president and government. And it's the youth that will decide Indonesia's future. More than half of the electorate is under 40 years of age. More than half, about a third of the eligible voters are under 30. So make no mistake, this is an election for Indonesia's future and by extension, the future of Asia. This is a general election. Indonesians will be voting for every single level of government. Both the upper and the lower houses of parliament, regional and city-level legislatures, and of course, their president, their next president. That is the biggest and most hyped-up contest. Indonesia's current president is Joko Widodo, popularly known as Jokowi. He won the presidency in 2014, and he has overseen a period of economic growth for his country. His efforts have made him very popular. His approval ratings have regularly been more than 70%. Even towards the end of his 10-year stint, he remains very popular. But Jokowi has to step down now. His two-term limit is up. Someone else must take over now. 3 candidates are vying for this job. We begin with Anies Baswedan, Jokowi's former education minister, and after that, the governor of Jakarta.
We do not want a country that's arrogant towards its own people. We don't want a country that's greedy to its own people. We don't want a country that's inhumane towards its people. We want a country that loves and protects and helps its people.
He's running for president without a party. He's contesting as an independent. He has vowed to safeguard Indonesia's democracy and has a dedicated campaign staff that stands out. His 4 cats. He's been using their videos to appeal to Indonesia's young voters. After all, who doesn't like cat videos? So that's Anies Baswedan for you, the first candidate. Next we have Ganjar Pranowo, the ruling party candidate.
Ada yang sakit hati.
We apologize for anyone hurt by our words. We hope peace can be brought by our campaigns. We hope nobody takes anything to heart and that we will closely pay attention to what the people of our nation have said. We have empathy and integrity to improve Indonesia to be as great as what our founders wanted.
He is the official successor to Jokowi. He has experience as the governor of Central Java, and he is expected to maintain the policies and economic momentum of the Jokowi regime. Both these former governors have run vibrant election campaigns, but they're both currently fighting for second place. They're miles behind the front-runner, which is this man, Prabowo Subianto, a 72-year-old former general who's been dancing his way into people's hearts and to the top of opinion polls. This is his 3rd time fighting for the presidency. He twice fought and lost to Jokowi in 2014 and then again in 2019. He fought both those contests. But 3rd time could be the charm for this erstwhile strongman. He has softened his image and run a phenomenal social media campaign. He's now seen as a lovable grandpa, and this has endeared him to the Indonesian youth. So how has the popular Jokowi's one-time rival become his most likely successor? His running mate holds the answer.
Prabowo Gibran and the Indonesia Maju coalition are fighting to eliminate poverty in the Republic of Indonesia, to bring prosperity to all Indonesians. We will continue what the previous presidents have built.
Prabowo Subianto is running with Jokowi's son, Gibran Rakabuming Raka. The outgoing president has refrained from making a direct endorsement, but he's accused of tacitly backing his son over his party in this upcoming election. The most recent opinion polls show them in the lead. The Prabowo-Gibran pair have more than 50% of the vote, which means they could win the presidential election outright. But if they don't cross the halfway mark, there will be a runoff in June. As things stand, they are in the clear. They should win. The period for campaigning has ended. The final decision now rests with the people. Wednesday will see the biggest election day in the world, and we'll be keeping you updated on this story.